Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Levitated. We're finally started to work into the Advanced Rocketry section of the overworld portion of the pack, and in the last episode we crafted a electric arc furnace and okay, I love how they don't tell you anything, a lathe from Advanced Rocketry. I did have them put over here and I was kind of all over the place last episode, mainly because the fact my head is in a different place right now, but that's okay. It's cool. I'm going on vacation in a couple of days, so my brain is like, hey, we need to get a bunch of stuff done so that these people can have something to watch and I can go have fun. But anyhow, we got these sorted out. They're running as decently as we can, so we are going to kind of continue down this line. I need to make several more machines from Advanced Rocketry so that we can actually craft some of the parts pieces that we need to actually get things like, I think, a rocket assembling machine-y thingy, whatever they wanted to do. They wanted this one. Oh, that's nice. It's got two recipes, titanium alumide, and which this stuff we can craft now because, I mean, it was craftable the way that it is. It's just, it's now doable, I believe, reasonably decently in here. So that'll get us 3 of those. Doesn't really matter, but that's another one of those kinds of things that we get to play with. We need to be able to look at making, where did rocket assembling machine go? Circuit controls. For one, we need to be able to automate these. For one, we need to be able to automate those chips right there, the control circuits, the IO circuits, the other kinds of circuits, the things and stuff. All of this is going to be things that we're going to be putting in eventually too. We're going to actually probably handcraft all of the Endurium that we're ever going to need, because we shouldn't really only ever really need what we need in order to be able to make some rocket engines. The major thing that I think I'm kind of looking at right now is going to be circuits. These guys right here, these basic circuits. Basic circuits are going to require a long line of things, and if we're lucky, we'll get all 3 of them done today, although I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to at least try to get the first 2 things done. So those circuits, basic circuits, are made from a cutting machine, which you take a basic circuit plate and you run it through a cutting machine. A basic circuit plate is made by using a silicon wafer, a redstone, piece of redstone, and some gold in a precision assembler. We're going to make this today. The cutting machine is also going to be utilized to make the silicon boule, or to take silicon boules and cut them up into the silicon wafers. Again, we're going to need these, and these are made in a crystallizer. So if we're going to go through all this mess, we're going to have a little bit of fun. I'm going to try to get all 3 of these guys done today, but for certainly we want to get that precision assembler built so that we can quit handcrafting those little circuit pieces that keep going into things like this. So this and the other boards, let's see, board, all of these. We want to make sure that we can automate these today. And these are totally automatable using that machine. You just shove those pieces into it and it will output those kinds of cool things. So the first thing that I want to do today is back here in this corner. Like I said, we've moved everything over. I've got the arc furnace set up with a flux point currently sitting right here, and we've tapped into the AE system currently right here where we have our leftover rainbow generator stuff that's just sitting here not doing anything because we have a solar panel up there that makes like 100,000 RF tick, so who cares? I think it's more than that, actually. I think it's like 3 or 4. I forget now. I haven't even looked. Let me go look. Yeah, 177, 1,771,965 RF a tick is what that thing makes. So yes, blah, 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 blah. We're getting sidetracked. Hey, we need to keep working. We need to go over here. We need to get this done. So I do want to get all of this done today. There's 3 things that are going to be kind of a hard thing to go, and I have been working on trying to get most of the parts crafted up, but I am going to kind of wait on the precision assembler to craft the rest of these. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the cutting machine parts, or at least the little pieces that we can get to, and then we're going to start laying these guys out up there and hopefully putting them to work. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, I think aside from the controllers for these 2 guys, we should be good to go on the parts, at least for everything else here. Well, the precision assembler is going to make making these controllers a lot easier and quicker. So we're going to go ahead and build this one first, and then we're going to go ahead and have it craft a bunch of the parts up so that we can get those controllers going. So let's go get this knocked out. I think we're going to go ahead and back up here to this top point over here. And I was going to set it right here, but we've got a bunch of little teeny tiny, I really wish they'd quit falling off that stupid thing. Can I get them to go away? Hey. Hey, everybody go away. Go say hi to my little friend down there. We should be close enough that they won't spawn. Maybe. Pretty close. Maybe they will spawn. I don't know. Anyhow, I just get so tired of those guys. I mean, I understand. I built this base around that silly mob farm, and that's the way I wanted it to be, and that's perfectly fine. But hey, who knows? Anyhow, let's get this built. So the assembler shouldn't take too much other than some wiring. And what I think I want to do is I want to build it in this corner over here because we should have a chunk to the AE system right here. Plus, I think we're probably just going to run power for this whole system through its own little separate network. So, Precision Assembler. You go right there, and then I think this is going to lay wrong, but we'll do it like that. Yeah, it did. I knew it was going to do that. Let's put it right there. And let's back it up a little bit. I want to put it clear against the wall. So that... Yeah, let's go ahead and move it away. That way we don't have to worry about that glowstone. So there. I did it again. Come on. The only problem about getting them where you want them, it's just there you go. There it is. There's a kind of a thing and it eventually settles in. So, all right. So let's put all the fun stuff down. And again, the cool thing is you can just pick block off of these. We shouldn't need those, because I don't think we're going to run any fluid through this as of right now. So I'm going to put that and that down. The power is going to be the problem, and I think the power goes in on the top, right? Power plug, power plug. Power goes in over here. Can I put the power over here? No. Okay, well then we're just going to build this. Motor, motor, coil, coil. Input, output. You know what? We'll just see what we can't do about doing something like this. And we'll put the output hatch right there. We'll put the input hatch right there. And then I think... Nope, don't. Just scroll. I think that's going to be everything. So yeah, we could just do this. So pretty much after that, all the rest of this is a circle of machine structure blocks. It's hollow in the center. So boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And then there's two pieces of glass in the front, boop, like that. And just... I thought I brought enough of that stuff. Give me some more. Oh, that's right, because we didn't use all of the... we didn't use every single input-output hole that it could possibly have, or hatch, or whatever. So click, click, and then go. All right, so there we go. Precision Assembler, this dude will do quite a few things for us. It's got a lot of really neat little recipes. We are going to go ahead and tag into the AE system here. So that means like right, I knew I was going to do this. We'll do something like that then maybe. And then we'll do something... I really didn't want to waste that. You know what we could do, actually? We could do that. Be all fancy. Run it from the bottom. Alrighty then. Let's go. I need some little pieces parts is the only thing I did forget to do, which is to make an interface. So craft one of those, please. Go ahead and make, what, 3 of them? Because we're going to need at least 3 of them. That's going to take a couple of seconds. Alrighty, so interfaces. We should be able to do something like... Let me see. Input, output. If I just, well, we'll see how this works because we may end up running this around. I was going to say, I want to put you right there. I'm going to use the fancy cabling. Where's my box? Box. Where's your fancy cabling? Do you still have any fancy cabling? I don't know if I have any of that left. I don't see any. Maybe we have some fancy cabling, but let's go ahead down here. We're going to go... what did you do with that flux plug? You just had that thing too. I love it how you lose things. We're gonna do something like that. And I guess maybe what I can do is this should have a reasonably decent amount of power right here somewhere. Maybe. What did we do with that other flux plug? I made 2 of them. There's one right there. Did I not get it out of the AE system? That's interesting. All right, make a fancy cable. Conduit. Go ahead and craft a bunch of that. We're going to need a few of them. Actually, I already have some. Good. We need a few of those. All over the place. Once again, as soon as we get this guy up and running, then the other ones will be a lot faster, hopefully, to craft. So I do want to put something like that here, so that I can work the way through it. Maybe I don't need you right now. Where's my thing? I'm kind of losing my mind at this moment. So, hey, that's how it always works. Now, we need to power through. We need to go do these. So that's to there, to there, to there. You get to extract, always active. You get to insert, like so. Why did I want this? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Because I can just... Yeah, I mean, I can just... I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind me. Just whatever. We're just doing things because I've lost our mind and everything else. So up, to, over... Yeah, I don't need that thing in the way. I think the only thing I need it for is to get some power through there. So we'll just do something like this. And then that'll hook onto that. And then I need to find some power, which should be... I know I'm staring at power right here, but we should have power like this stuff, except that's the wrong cable. How many more of these do we own? Can I get up here? Can I get up here? Thank you. Making a mess out of this area, whatever. Now I know why I wanted that, because I wanted it to look cool. Boop. Down. That. And that. There. That works kind of, I guess, for now. I know, it's kind of ugly. Whatever. Let's see how that works. So that should get this thing powered up. Controller is right there. Turn that on. Okay, so input hatch, output hatch, everything should be able to work with this. So now let's go down there and program a few of these little pieces that we're going to need, because these controllers are a royal pain in the just because of those boards, they're such a pain in the butt to make. So let's make these things our priority now. So we need that, and that. So this should be nothing more than a copper plate and a steel plate on a processing thing. So this to this to this to this to this. Does that work? Yes. Yeah, I think we'll try that one. Where are all those patterns I made? Good. There's a bunch of them. Thank you. So that's the green one. This is this one. Click to there. We'll just do that and see what it does. Hopefully it'll figure it out. And then this is going to be lapis and steel. So go, thank you. Those all go in the Precision Assembler. And those will start being some serious help for us to do other things. And I have to put it in down here. Now that first set or two of them, you got to put them in, because that way you don't know where these things are going. So that's a Precision Assembler. That's a Precision Assembler. That's a Precision Assembler. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. There's a couple other things I know that thing makes. So use on you. We need to look at making the, right now, I think, what else did I want? I know there was one other thing I wanted. We need to do these eventually. That's going to be something we're going to need eventually. I think that's it. I think the only thing that's going to be next is... not that. These recipes right here. So those two, because this is going to be advanced circuits that are going to be used to make warp cores. Stuff like that we're going to be programming in a little bit. So, all right. So with that being said, we need to get the crystallizer and the cutting machine up and going. So crystallizer is going to be that. And the cutting machine is gonna be that, so you guys can get out of my life. We need 1, 2 of those, 1, 2 of those, 2 of these, and a bunch of stuff. So I'll knock all this stuff out, and then we can go build 2 more machines. And let's see, 2 interfaces, a bunch of stuff, and everything else. So, okay, I think with all that being said, we got those done. So, cutting machine, just a bunch of more parts, little things and stuff like that. Crystallizer, again, just a bunch of regular old stuff. Both of those two are going to be necessary for us to continue on. So, use your thing. You got a thing. Use your thing. We're going to build those right here. They're both fairly small, if I recall correctly. So, it's going to be like this and then wrap around the corner. And I think after this point, we're getting kind of to the point where we shouldn't need too many more of the things. So this, observatory, we're going to maybe need. Rolling machine, I'm still up on the edge of right now. Electrolyzer, chemical reactors. There's going to be some things that we're going to have to build, which is kind of why I'm saying we're probably going to move into this little chunk. So I kind of want this to kind of just flow kind of around in a circle like this. And if we need to, we can come over here in front of these generators that we don't use anymore. But yeah, I think for right now, we're going to go ahead and slap these two down. I'll slap these down. Place them down. We're not going to slap them down. We don't need to do that. Let's get this down. Let's get this over here. We're going to start with the crystallizer. Yes. So crystallizer is going to be used to do a few things. And actually this one, we will be utilizing it to take care of some other things because this is how we're going to get rid of excess dilithium dust and whatnot. I don't know why these. Okay, they're still breeding. All right, I was just wondering. I went over there recently. I've been playing for a good couple hours. I haven't had any of them spawn until just a second ago. So that's standard. I don't know. Villagers that drive you nuts. Whatever. Let's get this going. So I think crystallizer is a 6x6. Let's see what it places like. It's gonna place terribly because I keep double clicking. How about that? No. There. No. All the way back. All the way back. There. All right, so the power plug is on the back of this one. That'll be fine. Input, output. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Do they have to be either way? Which one is this one? Output. That. And then I made... we're just going to do titanium coils with this one, because I don't really think it's going to need to have a lot of power at this point, and we don't really need it to run 90 miles an hour like we need some of these other things to run, like that thing. So let's see what we get there. All right, so there's a crystallizer, and we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're just going to knock a hole in the floor, and the input outputs are going to kind of just do the same thing. So we're going to do U to there. And I think I can probably just sneak the power in. I'm going to have to make some more of this stuff. So go down, over, in, there. I'm clicking on that, thank you. And actually, let's just make this a little nicer. You over here, you over here. Actually, I don't know why I just did that. I'm going to have to rearrange the power a little bit. Again, it's kind of a just whatever overall at this point. We're going to try to make things work as best we can, but there's no reason to go completely crazy with it. So let's do that. We're going to do U to U. Always. Insert. And that to should work right like that. All right, cool. And then we can just cover that hole up. If I feel like I can come back and put some conduiting covers and stuff on things like that. So let's go over there. There. Thank you, game. Let's go. All right, so you should have power. You are now turned on. Let's go program this one, because this one is going to be necessary to make. So, well, actually, no. Let's do at least one. Let's do at least one. So what this thing can make that we're going to have to use specifically right now is that. So are these the only two recipes that this thing needs? Are you serious on me right now? Okay, well, I may not even worry about that one. This is what we care about right now. Now, I believe this is going to be... Nope, don't do that. Please go back. Thank you. Go. This. Go. That's the only reason why I said I wasn't going to make it a massive craziness. So, This to here, how do I make this? Is this going to be one of these? So we can do that as well. And we can put that in the arc furnace. And then this is going to be this. Can you please click on the right thing? How do I get this as a non-processing pattern. Click the thing, please go. There's just so many little things like that. It's ridiculous. At least, you know, we've got the ability to do all of this wonderful automating, but it does surely get really irritating after a while. Why did that machine hatch not show up? Hello? Well, we can put this in this line here. Those need to go. Where did that all go? Up. You go in here. Did it not connect? Hello? Oh, you know what? I bet we're at a point where we need to start looking at doing some more channels. Huh? Don't we? I bet we do. Yep, I do. Okay. Let me get after that. We'll sort that out, and I'll be right back, guys. All right, I think with all of that, we should be good to go. I did a kind of another little jerry-rig system over here so that we can now kind of split up all the channels. This is a mess, and I will never do it this way again, but it is kind of funny to be able to kind of get around the limitations. I know I don't know if I've shown you guys this goofiness of what you have to do to get around the channel limitation that goes with the well, generally speaking, P2P technically is only supposed to ever connect to a glass cable or a small cable. It is not supposed to connect to these cables that can carry 32 channels. It's not supposed to do this. If you try to put that cable in that little spot right there, like I could show you, it won't do it. It will not do it. It doesn't want nothing to do with it. It'll place next to it. It'll place everywhere else, but it won't place right there. But it will work with the regular old glass cable. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of cheating this. Now I could probably technically get away with this. The whole point about the P2P is the continuous central, this main line here. This is the thing that carries the P2P channels. Those dudes right there. That's it. It doesn't carry data, technically. I mean, this one carries a little bit of data because there's a couple of these that are still kind of hooked in. I think that corner's still hooked in and those are still hooked in over there. But it's cool because of the fact you can carry data as well as P2P channels. Now, as far as I recall on this side, everything on this one here is just strictly P2P channels. So everything else is coming out of these channels like here, and we're stuffing 3 of them in here. So like I said, I kind of cheated it a little bit. So we're putting technically just the 2 channels for this P2P or however many P2Ps are on this through that line and out. So I just have to be careful when I play with this that I don't use any more than 8 different channels for the P2P for this specific channel. And then I'm fine. So it is kind of it ends up making this really nasty looking thing, but it does work. So it is kind of funny. Anyhow, let's get to the last thing that we needed. So this should actually be ready to go as far as the thing that we needed to make. I did put it in. It should be as where it needs to be. So we should be good there. Why did I get something else in here? Whatever, who knows? Last thing I want to make before we end the episode, at least at this point, and I've probably been rattling on too long as it is I want to make the cutting machine that kind of pairs with that thing. So I think we'll put it over this general direction. They're another 6x6, I believe. They're not very big, so boop. Yeah, little bitty thing. We'll back it up to about right there. We'll move it even against the wall further. I must have hit the torch on the way by. All right, same thing. We'll just go ahead and do this. So boop and boop and boop and boop. Saw blade, motor, go. I think that's all that thing needs, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all? Yeah. All right, neat. Don't stand on the saw. Whatever. Whatever. let's knock the floor out, get this wired up and ready to go. We should have AE right below it, which is good. And I think I'll even have power right here. So again, got to kind of figure out how you want to do this. Input hatches over there. We'll put that down. Again, same thing. Always active. Insert, extract. I think these things can even do like logs and stuff too, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. You can get a lot of wood out of those too. So it's another one of those kinds of ways to making a little bit more stuff. Let's see. We need to get I need to get some more of this stuff. Shoot. Oh, I so love the ability to replace conduits in place without having to tear them apart. So we have all that fancy material. There's no reason to let this stuff live any longer. Granted, I'm going to have to do all of these, but that's not bad, and we can just kind of work our way around. I really need to clean this mess up. I didn't realize how bad it was. You kind of just look around and you're slowly putting things together, and just what kind of a spaghetti rat's nest is this? Well, it's definitely a spaghetti rat's nest. So, all right, those are all hooked in. Everything should work there. I just need to run a little bit of applied energistics cabling to this interface. So we'll just run that to the wall and up like that. And then we can put the floor back, at least in the places that we can put the floor back. Now, just barely reach it right there. Cool. Okay, pick this stuff up. Let's go see what kind of a mess we made. Get us our boxes back. So that should be able to make the stuff that we need to be able to worry about this. Plus, like, yeah, if we need planks, we can run it through that. Let's do the one or two things that we need to do with that, which was going to be setting up a couple of these things. Basically, what I want to do today is I want to end with being able to craft one of these so that we can continue on. So that's going to require us to make a basic circuit plate, which is going to be all of those. So let's just start with this. So click. That's a cutting machine recipe. That's a basic circuit machine. That's a precision assembler recipe. The silicon wafer is that recipe. So that's a cutting machine. Oh my goodness, at my mess. Let's do this. We'll do precision assembler down here. Cutting machine, cutting machine. We'll just use this to split it, I guess. Yeah, we'll do something like that just so I can kind of see what I need to do. What a mess. Holy cow. Anyhow, that will get to the silicon wool. The crystallizer, I believe we can do that now. So I should be able to craft those. So basically all we got to do now is go up here and go, this is the crystallizer. This is the one for this. So you get this, and you should get both of those. And if we're lucky, I go back down there, I press a button, and I say I want one of those, I get one of them. If we're lucky. Because we don't have any of the silicon, we don't have any of the stuff, so... Circuit, can we end the day with this working? Must craft the sand, crafts 2 silicon ingots to craft this, to craft that, to craft that, to craft that. Go. Go. That's working its way down. That might actually, we may need to put some better things in that. Those should go over there. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Well, it crafted that much. Where are we stuck? I've been having problems with things. Where are we stuck? We're crafting silicon wafers. Why are we not working on... Oh, you know why? Because you're dumb. You forgot to do one little thing, didn't you? Turn it on. So that'll cut into those. That'll get delivered into that. Those should get turned over here, and that's how quickly it makes one of those. It goes back over here and cuts that again. Sweet. That means I should have circuits. 4 basic circuits. Beautiful. That will end it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to continue on playing with Advanced Rocketry, hopefully in the next couple episodes. But I'm, like I said, going to go on vacation, going to have a little bit of fun, and I will see you guys when I get back. So, see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.